What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta in my Portia voice. Season 16, Episode 1. Welcome back, Peaches. Okay, before I start, can y'all please comment, like, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Please make sure y'all liking up all the videos so y'all can stay in the algorithm of things. All right. So the first episode, it was fine. I'm just going to entertain it for a while, y'all. I'm going to entertain it, and I'm going to see where we go. Here we go. So the episode starts with Portia in her confessional talking about Simon. And I'm just like, girl, you stole that lady husband point blank in a period. Moving forward. The cast photo looked good. Like the way that they're, showing their confessional screens, their confessional looks are cute. That cast photo with the red was amazing. So I'm thinking everybody's gonna get that. So these upcoming seasons, this is what we're gonna see, because we've seen it with New York where they had the live cast photo, and now they're doing it. So I think this is what they're gonna do moving forward, which I think is very, very cute. Okay. Anyway, you kind of see who is the center of that cast photo, and we also see the biggest piece of who's not there on that cast photo, which I did not like, but whatever. So baby, we get to Shamia's castle. You understand? Baby, this is what we've been trying to get on these black franchises, these black housewife franchises. This right here. Okay? Sis got a $9 million house. Baby, she said her family is important to her. She has two girls. One's 2, the other one is 15 months. She has had the 15-month baby was premature, and it's been a lot of complications with that, but she still wants to grow her family. I'm not mad at it. She's been married for 10 years, which I think I knew that, because that was I remember, because when she was getting married, she confronted Portia at Phaedra's tea party, bridal shower, Bougetto bridal shower, and or something. And I forget which one it was, but she came up with a million excuses why she didn't come to that girl party, and I was just like, ugh. Anyway, so back to the opulence of Shamia's castle, okay? Now, I would like to point this out. As long as we seen Shamia as a friend of and all of that, we knew that at one point her husband didn't want her to film. But she's never talked about, like, we've never seen the inside of her house. We never seen how she lived. We just seen her on the show. We never talked about any of these things. So I am in awe of the way Shamia's living. So Shamia has 2 elevators. Not one, but 2. I was like, come on, Shamia. So production asked her to make her story, her confessional short, like 2 minutes. Baby sis was talking for 5 minutes. Basically, she met the man. He ain't talked to her. They met up again. If I'm gonna sum it up in 60 seconds, in a second, apparently they went on a date. She said he ain't had no kids, and so she was like, she was like, you ain't got no kids, and nobody ain't snatched you. That's what Shamia did. Y'all, that made my lips look real white. I probably they just chapped. Anyway, she said they went on a date. They went back to his house. The man was like, I ain't trying to do nothing with you, yada yada yada. Then she had got the bubble guts. Went to the man bathroom. The man was cool with it. We went back. He was like, oh, can we go out on another date again? The next time she came to the house, baby, he had wipes for her. Okay? It's okay. Shamia said it is okay to do a number two at the people house. Moving along. Baby Lion Drew is back. Okay? Yeah. Y'all know Drew be lying. But I love Drew. I love Drew. And here, let me tell y'all. Ever since the last season, and she did that movie with Candy, like we've seen her in movies, but we've been seeing her in movies, like BET Plus, like I said, BET Plus and Tubi movies, and Lifetime movies. Like I've been seeing Drew. We've been seeing Drew. She's been singing, whatever. So Lion Drew is back. So apparently she has a chef. I don't know if her money went up. I don't know if she's starting to pay people now. But girl, I hope you don't have no issue with this chef. I'm glad we don't get to see Ralph. Divorce been going on for a year. Ralph is court ordered to stay in the basement. I was like, okay, they text. That's how they communicate, via text. And I'm just like, okay, can you stop by? Drew is doing 5 movies. She's still doing her music because we see her. I follow her, and she promotes her stuff. Drew look good. Like, I don't care what y'all saying. Well, I know when she first came on here, her hair was not the best. I'ma say that. But when I tell y'all, hair, clothes, face, body, like all of it is giving. Like Drew has really stepped it up. So she tells Kenya she's partnered with Dennis doing music. And I was like, girl, when did the Hot Dog King started venturing in music? Like, last I know, he was flipping hot dogs. Okay? Churning them, turning them. I don't know. He was the Hot Dog King. And that's when Portia had that red hair. So Drew says Dennis was her saving grace. I say, girl, he was not your saving grace. Ugh. Girl, I guess. So she was like, it was a hard time, the stuff between her and Ralph. It was hard for her to get out the bed, but she pushed herself out of the bed and she went to the studio session. So I don't know if he took his hot dog money and started being a producer or whatever, but child, it is what it is. It is, as long as she making her money, I'm okay with it. All right. So Drew says Drew tells Kenya Dennis told Portia about them working together, and Dennis, lying tale self, told Drew that Portia gave her blessing, and Kenya was just looking like, girl. Like, I was with Kenya. I was like, oh girl, you believed him? First of all, listen, Simon the Nigerian scammer is no longer. Portia done embarrassed Dennis on that TV show, and so now Dennis is trying to embarrass her on her show. So Dennis is not to be trusted, okay? But I guess. So Kelly, we meet Kelly. Kelly is having a tea party for her daughter, 17-year-old daughter. She having a birthday party. It was cute. Kelly is a single mom of 4. She's been divorced. She has been through this divorce proceeding for like 2.5 years. She said that the divorce is hell. She says that they should be complete in their divorce. I want to say she said 2 months or 2 years, but the divorce proceedings are still going on. So we see she owns a restaurant called Nana's Chicken and Waffles. And she has mimosa, like she sell mimosas, like you can go and order her waffles and all of the things. Like, mama getting her coin. Like, she not laying flat on her back because, she's divorced. Anyway, so I was here for it. Oh, and let me point this out. She bought her daughter 17 gifts for her birthday, which I thought was amazing. Now listen, my baby finna be 19 in a couple days. Baby, I'm gonna go get her 19 gifts, but we gonna go to Five Below. I'm sorry, my money is not long like that. Okay. Now, I can do Five Below. And I tell y'all, I can go get her all the stuff that she like out of Five Below. And I tell y'all, my girl gonna like that. So you know what? That's a good idea. That's what I'm gonna do. My girl don't like bags, you know. She just like what she like. Okay? Baby, we go 19 gifts. When I tell y'all this week, I'm gonna go head over to Five Below and get her 19 gifts. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, and I'm gonna throw some little money in there. But y'all know what I told y'all. Like I always say, y'all, this is not about me. This is about Miss Kelly over here and her little girl. I was here for that, but I appreciate her for the idea. Anyway, so Portia, girl, when I tell y'all I'm so sick of damn Portia, when I tell y'all I'm gonna eat her up every chance I get, and I'm gonna be really fair. I'm gonna go up for Portia when she right. But some of this other stuff, I can't. Okay? So, she goes to see the attorney again. Because y'all remember, they did the montage from 2013 when she divorced from Cordell. Y'all remember that. And then, you know, she didn't have a prenup that time. And so, she was like, you know, karma is a bad, what you say? Karma gonna bite him in the... Okay, so that's when Portia came on, and she thought the Underground Railroad was a real railroad, and she also thought it was 265 days in a year. That Portia, the one. Let me shut up. Just go on, Erica. Anyway, Portia says she didn't. He didn't tell her what their finances were, and she didn't, you know, she don't want like a foreclosure notice on her door and all of that. She said that they have a 50-50 split on their home. And when I say y'all, Simon is being childish AF, because it's almost like you don't even want this lady to make money. Like, yeah, it was trifling how Portia left and then she came back. It don't even matter at this point. He's a bastard, and I never liked him. Okay, so apparently he doesn't want her to film in a house, but this is this lady's bread and butter. But you know that, and that's why you've been picked up, deported. Okay, you trying to do dirt to that lady. They always say if you dig in a ditch for somebody, you better dig one for yourself. Anyway. He sent the girl a cease and desist so she won't film in the house. And I'm like, well, I think people are saying that she still have her old home. I think Miss Diane is living in it, which I thought was really good. Portia said he was not real. She said that she wants to let go and move on. And I am here to remind you that you reap what you sow, my love. Now how you got him is not how you lost him. But let's be clear. Y'all gotta go follow Rodney. I don't know him and he don't know me, but I really like him. You have walked in that lady's house and stole her husband in Hennessy. Shout out to Rodney the Voice, okay? Like, and I hate this for her. I really do. But let me tell y'all what I really hate that Portia had done as soon as I want to say she did this as soon as she got with Simon, or after a while before they got married. She quit all of her jobs. Now, you know, she kept her line, her bedroom line, like the little sheets and stuff she sell, and of course she sell a Go Naked hair that Drew was a brand ambassador for. And so, because I would see Drew promoting it all the time, and so she didn't let those things go. But I want to say Portia had like 3 jobs, and now, y'all, she's actually but she's going to be in a Lifetime movie. She's going to be in that Lifetime movie, Black Single Female 3. Like, I've seen 1 and 2, but she's going to be in the 3rd one as a cop. So I'm still for that. But at the same time, Portia, I'ma always remind you, you walked in at that lady pool party and you walked out with that lady husband. Okay? Anyway, so Brittany, Shamia, and Kelly meet up for dinner. I like those three. I like those three. I like those three together. Let me say that. Kelly tells Shamia that she's proud of her and how she's doing the doggone thing in motherhood and just in her life, and she's rocking it. So Shamia tells the ladies that Portia and Kelly said that I don't know. All I know is Shamia and the ladies, I think they start talking about Portia. And Kelly said she should have never stole that lady husband. So in Shamia fashion, everybody know Shamia will take up for Portia. And I'm here to remind you, this lady do not take up for you. This lady didn't show up to your wedding. She came with an excuse on why she couldn't come, knowing she had the money to go do the destination wedding. Y'all have, parted ways on y'all friendship a couple times. Portia is very questionable as your friend. Now, we know hands down you gonna always have Portia's back, but we just gonna always be clear that Portia don't care about nobody but Portia. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, she's done it to Lauren. She's done it to her own sister. So what makes you think she gonna treat Shamia top tier? So Brittany said that she heard Drew was dating Dennis. And I was like, girl, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know about Brittany. I like Brittany, but I don't know about Brittany. But I like Brittany, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence. So Kelly said Dennis was in her DMs. And then Brittany said she went on a date with Dennis back in the day. He got her a necklace. And it was like, did you give it back? And she was like, no. And that was it on that. Okay, they had shots and all of that and drinks and all of that. And everything was flowing and rolling. So in the next scene, Portia and Shamia meeting up at a strip club. Shamia tells Portia that Simon texts her congratulating her on getting her peach. And Shamia tells Portia that Simon's just trying to reach out to any and everybody that is connected to you, because he's not reaching out to Portia, and I hate that for her. But the one thing I am glad is, like, unlike his last wife, him and Portia don't share any kids. Thank the Lord for that. That's another smart thing that she did, and signing a prenup. So I was here for that with Portia. Like, girl, that's crazy. She tells Portia what Kelly and Brittany said. See now, Shamia, this is what I'm talking about. And them girls supposed to be your friends. But again, you gonna always have this strange alliance to Portia. Like, you have this loyalty to Portia, because even when she was talking to her family, it was the way she was talking about her old friend and Portia. It was like you didn't have no excitement about it, because that's not your real friend. Let's be clear. So Portia says everyone wants to smear her name, but Portia, you did steal that lady husband. So what we talking about? Anyway, Shamia tells Portia about Drew and Dennis. Girl. So Portia feels away. Why? You stole that lady husband. Girl, you gonna have to miss me with all of this, okay? So Shamia, I think I knew Shamia can sing, but I wasn't for sure. So Portia and Cynthia's on the phone. Everybody's getting their glam ready so they can get to Shamia's party. And Cynthia's checking on Portia, just checking to see how she's doing with the blogs and everything, and Simon a scammer. And so she asks Portia, have you talked to Drew about it? Drew's going through a divorce. And she tells Cynthia, about her and Drew and Dennis. And so I guess she feels away. And I was like, girl, I'm sorry. Listen. I mean, I don't know. So we get to Shamia's party, y'all. Shamia told Kelly, She asks Kelly to come early. She have a sit down with Kelly, and she tells Kelly, hey, you talking about Portia makes me feel uncomfortable. But hold up, Shamia, because you running it back to Portia didn't make you feel uncomfortable throwing them ladies under the bus. But we gonna leave it there because that's your friend. Shamia wants Kelly to ask Portia, if you have any questions about her, then you need to ask her. Baby, when I tell you Kelly ain't have a problem. Like, I just don't understand how Portia feels like she don't have to answer any of those questions, and that's what irks me about her. Like, girl, you not answering a question makes you look even more guilty. So we see Angela and Charles Oakley. They've been married for 8 years now. Y'all know Charles Oakley was a basketball player. Cynthia comes in. She gets to the bar. She's flirting with the bartender. Like, girl, you know what, Cynthia? I'm not mad at you. Because let me tell y'all, Cynthia looked good. She looked good in that dress. Okay? And so she's sitting down having a conversation with Kelly. Baby, when I tell y'all Kelly won't let this go, she want answers, and so do we. But, we here for it. So she tells Cynthia about having an uncomfortable conversation with Shamia about Portia. Drew arrives. Brittany asks Drew if she's dating. And Drew was like, no, I'm not dating, but before I start to date, I need to close the chapter over here. So I guess you want to divorce Ralph. But where's Ty? Because, girl, listen. I don't know if you and Ty had stopped whatever it was y'all had, and Mimi had threw y'all stuff out there. I don't know. So when Kenya showed up, Kenya, I just don't like how they're doing Kenya. I don't know, but it just feel like for me, Kenya, they can move her out, and I think that's what they're trying to do. For these younger girls. But anyway, is it me, or did y'all feel like when Kenya walked up, Britt had some type of energy for Kenya? It was like her whole energy changed when Kenya came. It was So apparently, Shamia came down the stairs with that blue outfit. I was like, oh Shamia, okay, girl, all right, friend. So Portia, everybody's at the party. Portia hasn't even arrived yet. I would have been so aggravated because you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be here. And I just felt like that was purposely done. For me, I felt like that was purposely done. Britt and Kelly said that Kenya was standoffish. And I guess Kenya's just like, I don't really know y'all like that. Hey, how you doing? She did speak. She spoke. And so, Kelly was like, Britt was like, oh, are you guys divorced? And so all of you are divorced? And Kenya had to kind of, on the cool, like low key, Kenya had to tap her real quick, okay? So Shamia, everybody goes inside to sit down and talk. It was one of the ladies that must have been a party planner came up to Shamia and said, hey, you got a surprise outside. Your husband has something for you. Woo! When I tell y'all, Mr. Shamia, y'all, I don't know, I forgot her husband's name, but Mr. Shamia purchased her an unlimited Rolls Royce for $430,000. When I tell y'all, Cynthia said the invitation didn't even have an address on there. It just said what's Shamia's last name? Morton something. Like, that's what it said on their door. This is opulence, child. So Portia shows up as she's, getting a gift for her, celebrating the gift that her husband got her. And I just felt like that was so cringy and uncomfortable to watch. And again, this is supposed to be your best friend. So you're okay with her licking your wounds, but you can't never celebrate her. And to me, it is definitely giving jealous. I also feel like you did not want her on there because you knew Shamia was upstaging you at some point after she got married. Shamia was upstaging you. And I don't know if y'all, I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to pause for a minute. So, Portia. And I don't know if y'all watched the Speak on it, but Shamia was on Candy Speak on it. And they talked about the friendship between her and Portia. And so, I believe, I don't want to misquote her, but she said something about Portia is pretty much nobody's friend. And that really saddens me because the way Shamia was bigging her up in her confessional, but I just found it so disrespectful for Portia to show up in the middle of all that and then try to get loud and be like, oh, okay, this is nice. Like, I feel like low-key you was jealous. Like, I feel like she was really jealous, and she is really jealous of Shamia. And Shamia is home. Let me tell y'all, Shamia get me home. Y'all, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to smack my teeth in the middle of the doggone video. Oops. Door, knocking on my door, okay? Anyway, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I had to pause it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know where they stand as far as friendship, but at this point, I'm really over their friendship. So Cynthia updates Kenya about what was happening with all of the girls. So Kenya basically was like, hide your husbands, hide your man. Said my Lord. So Kenya sit down with Kelly, ask Kelly, her having a conversation with Shamia because Cynthia told her what happened. And so Kenya basically was like, hey, what was tea with you and Shamia? What did y'all talk about? And Kelly was like, I'm just trying to find out why she stole that lady husband. Okay? And I know people probably think that what Kelly is doing is over the top and she knew, so she's supposed to stay in her lane. But I think this is sometimes the problem. Like, this lady she did what she did. Fine. We've accepted what she did. She got married. We've accepted that. Fallon, I guess, had to accept that. And then she gets her own spinoff. She still skates over everything. She doesn't talk about anything. And then she doesn't come back to the show till after the people who was really going to check her, they're gone. So she comes back to new people where she feel like new people can't check her. And I just kind of feel like that's not right because you ain't never addressed this situation and you trying to skate over it as if you didn't do nothing. And that's going to always be over your head. Nobody's hating on you. It's just something that's always going to follow you. It just wasn't a good look. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and say she's not my favorite, but that just was not a good look. So anyway, where was I? So Portia comes and sit down. I think everybody else kind of came and sit down. So she asked Portia, like, girl, why you took that lady husband? And so Portia was like, well, what's your name? Trying to play her to the left like she didn't know who she was. You knew who she was. And so I was like, but you did take that lady husband. And so then here comes Shamia with the alley-oop. She gonna ask Portia. I mean, she asked Drew. Oh, so you had a party? Because before I say this, apparently her and Drew was not getting along. It was on some social media and stuff. They wasn't really, it was beefing or whatever. I don't know what that was about, but they had a little beef. So Drew, what's her name? Shamia asked Drew, you had a party and you ain't invite us? Now, this is what Drew kind of caught me. Because I was like, girl, you lying. So she was like, nobody was. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to stop this video. Y'all, I really forgot where I was at. I was talking about Drew. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this video. So I was talking about Drew and how Shamia asked Drew, was she dating Dennis? Oh, no. She asked about being invited to the party. Drew said that, Sorry. Shamia says, you had a party, but you didn't invite us. Drew said, nobody was invited. Portia said, I was invited. Drew was like, but you didn't show up. And so Drew was like, well, I gave my assistant everybody information, but nobody showed up because it was a surprise party. Now, again, I don't know, Drew sounded like she lying. And so, what's her name? Portia was like, Dennis invited me. And it was just a whole thing. Shamia asked Drew, is she dating Dennis? Drew said, Drew didn't answer, because this is where the episode went off. And I don't know. I guess this is where Shamia and Drew's beef is going to start. And Portia. But again, this is Shamia jumping in her friend's beef. Like, it's a lot. Anyway, the episode was fine. I will say this: the cast photo, the cast photo was cute. But I guess I just need to see. I don't know what to expect. I'm just going to give this to y'all. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next video.